Hey guys, please forgive the camera angle. I hope I can hold it where I need to because my arm really hurts from the shoulder focused yoga I did this morning. It was a HIIT workout. Ouch. I can barely hold my arm like this, so I'm gonna try to go fast. This is gonna be a grocery haul. I typically shop every 2 weeks. I actually really like to go to different stores. I like Aldi, I like Trader Joe's. I like to save money where I can, but when it comes to getting produce, high quality, as I've said before, I do tend to, in my area, head to Whole Foods, and not so much head to, but order from on Prime Now, which I did. And I spent more than I typically would there because I have been exploring Ayurveda through this book, which I'm going to show you in a second at the end of this. And so I'm just kind of trying to change up my diet a little bit because I feel like my digestion isn't working, my skin is breaking out, and I want to see what I can do to change that. So this is going to be a little bit healthier, and who knows. All right, let's do it. Ready? And I'm sorry, I know that my head's cut off and whatever, and people say that to me and blah blah blah, but I tried to do this with a little tripod mount and several other ways, and my kitchen just honestly isn't built for this. So someday I'll have an island, which I dream of, but for now we've got just me. So here we go. All right, I picked up some garlic, a big bag of yellow onions, a red onion, a thing of ginger, fresh ginger. I got a bag of organic Granny Smith apples, which I used to be allergic to as a kid, so I'm kind of taking a risk by jumping into a big bag. But one of the things I was reading about in this book is that bananas for people with my body type can kind of cause some more inflammation and mess with your digestion. So I'm gonna try avoiding those, which I've been eating a ton of, and see if that helps. Got a big thing of cauliflower, cilantro, which I love. I got some little baby carrots, the tricolor ones. This makes snacking really easy and excuse-free. I got a coleslaw mix and a green pepper. I'm planning, and some romaine lettuce here, and these are bell peppers, red bell peppers for hummus, raspberries. So this is kind of all the produce, but I'm planning on doing some salads this week. I want to do an Asian style salad, so I got the coleslaw mix for that. And then I want to do sort of a more Greek salad, so that's what these guys are for. Now, in this book that I've been reading, it is really recommending that I cut down on my meat intake and my dairy intake. So as I've mentioned a million times before, I'm pretty much already on the almond milk kick, but it is really pushing organic. So look, I spent the extra $1 and I got the organic unsweetened vanilla. Now, I don't know if this one still has natural flavors, which really drives me insane, but I look out for that. I don't like things with natural flavors. So, leaning into this, it said to cut down, pretty much cut out my dairy and to cut out or lighten my meat. So I'm going low dairy and low meat, and that means the dairy that I am eating, I'm going to go into this idea full force, and I'm going to try grass-fed, no-grain dairy. So this was also more expensive, painful, but we'll see how it works. I'm just going to try this for 2 weeks and just check in. So I also did the raw cheddar. This one had really good reviews. I'm a big cheese girl, so hopefully this will be just as satisfying. I love the Whole Foods hummus in particular, so I grabbed 2 of these just because I doubt that my next trip will be there, and also because this book is recommending a lot of chickpeas in my diet, and I love to dip peppers, celery, carrots, all sorts of stuff into the hummus. Now I also got some yogurt just because I tend to use this to make my own sour cream and mix little things in. Also got some garbanzo beans, no salt added. Chickpeas, as I said, were highly recommended, so we'll see what I do with those. Now, I got these Emmys. These are so good. Highly recommend, won't be buying again. Will be making my own version. They're too good. The second ingredient, I believe, is agave, so I knew this would happen, but it's a very clean product. So it's pretty much all peanut, coconut, and then agave. And I'm really trying to, I don't typically eat a lot of sugar, so when I opened this, I knew that it would be hard not to stop eating them, which it was. I think I ate 4 of them, but they were really good. I also picked up another bottle of this Just Egg, which is like a plant-based egg, and it's delicious. It scrambles up just the same. I highly, highly recommend this if you have an egg allergy like I do. I got these pea crisps because I want something crispy on my Asian salad, probably the Greek salad too, why not? And then lentils. I feel like my mother. I literally don't know who I am. I've never made lentils before. But we're gonna become lentil eaters, at least for the next 2 weeks. Also picked up quinoa, particularly because this Ayurvedic book directed me to quinoa over other grains like rice. So I'm gonna give this a try and see what I think. I actually used to have some great quinoa recipes a few years back. So I have a few go-tos that I can start with trying these. And let's see, we got these rice stackers, these little thins. These are so delicious with hummus on it. There's another YouTuber that I really like, Alec, and she's always talking about eating this with this with this. And I will say that it is pretty delicious, like everything seasoning with hummus on these little crackers. Now these are not my favorite, but again, I got this kind with the quinoa and the red rice just because of these suggestions for my body type through this book I've been reading. Now, I also got peanut butter. You will notice it's upside down. I always do this because I get peanuts and salt only in my peanut butter, and it tends to have the oil residue at the top. So if you put it upside down, all of that kind of sinks, and then when you go to use it, it's much easier to stir up. So that's just an insider storage trick. I got 2 little cans of tomato sauce just for quick little fixes, throwing in things. I got more corn-free ketchup. It still has sugar in it, but I don't eat ketchup all that much, so that's fine. And then here I have, okay, I'll never buy this again. These were on sale. This chocolate, highly recommend. It's totally delicious. This one in particular, totally delicious. But again, I am actually not a really, I don't tend to find myself in trouble with things like chocolate bars. I will usually just take a piece and eat it before bed. So the fact that I came back and took 2 more little pieces, I only ate like maybe a third of the bar, which is fine. It's not like I committed a crime, but one piece didn't satisfy me, okay? Where normally 1 piece of dark chocolate with sea salt or sea salt and almonds will satisfy me completely, and I will never go back for it. So I stay away from these, but I just wanted to try it because it was on sale. So that's that. Those are all the groceries, okay? Now I ordered a couple more things which are coming on Amazon, and I will pop those in right now. Okay, so please forgive my exhausted appearance. I was just reading the reopening plan for my school, and it is a little intense. But I said I would throw this little clip into the grocery haul I did, because I did order a couple of things just off of Amazon in general. So I just wanted to show you those real quick. And here they are. Okay, so one of the first things was these hemp hearts, which allegedly you can kind of use like oatmeal, so that sounds kind of exciting to me. I got this cacao powder. Primarily, honestly, I just ran out of my normal cocoa powder, but I do hear good things about this, and honestly, it was a really good deal for a 1 pound bag. So I'm excited to try that out. And then these goji berries came in, which are supposed to be really good for you. And again, in that Ayurvedic book that I'm reading, it kind of suggested these
for my current goals. And then the last thing is this, which let's see if I can get a better view. So I bought 2 grams of saffron. Now, if you know anything about saffron, it's usually pretty expensive. Just a little tip, if you are new to saffron, you want to bloom it in water before you use it. It's just a little background tip. I'm going to open this little tin up because I just want to show you kind of what 2 grams looks like. Bear with me. Okay, so I did peel off this little part first. This is nice. I mean, this had good reviews. I like the tin personally, and it is by a family-owned business, which right now I think is important that we're supporting those guys. So let's see. Ooh. All right, so here's what it looks like. Dang. All right. So when you buy this at like Whole Foods, you're paying like, I don't know, something like twice the price at least for what I paid for this. And usually you can only buy it in like, you know, a part of a gram. So like 0.17 grams or something. So to get 2 grams at once is kind of impressive. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to give it a try and I will keep you guys posted on this. But honestly, first impression, it looks good to me. So that's a win. So these are the things. And honestly, guys, I'm a big price researcher. So these are the things that cost effectively were best to purchase directly from Amazon versus using Prime Now or getting them from Whole Foods. So that's just my 2 cents. I like to save money where I can and I buy bulk where I can.
So one of the reasons I got all those ingredients and a couple of other things in bulk is because I'm going to sort of make my own bites and incorporate all these Ayurvedic spices. So now that we are talking about Ayurvedic spices, hold on. Okay, this is pretty good. I just made my own tea this morning because of this Ayurvedic book. I put a little ginger in there and some lemon juice, and it's really good. The book recommends drinking hot beverages to keep your digestive fires going throughout the day. Now, I know that I have gone on and on and on about this book so far. This is the book. 100% I hate that it's called an idiot's guide. I just personally sort of, that's not the type of book I'm drawn to. I'm definitely drawn to self-help books, but I don't want to feel like an idiot when I'm learning. Anyway, regardless of the title, I opened it up. I was actually going to return it because it took forever to come and I'd sort of like lost sight on why I had wanted to read it because it took over a month to get here. But I peeked inside and I haven't been able to stop reading. I am currently on chapter 11. I don't know if you can see that. Learning about nightly rituals. Okay, and it's really interesting. So I just finished the chapter on the morning routines this morning, and I also just did oil swishing, oil pulling, they call it. You're also supposed to scrape your tongue, but these are just all sort of things that kind of help your body process things for the rest of the day. And I'm honestly gonna give this a pretty good push for the next 2 weeks. I feel like it's gonna help me get some structure in my days and get ready for the school year to start, which I have a lot of stress around. So doing things like these Ayurvedic practices that are recommended, including meditation, including my yoga, all of that stuff is super important to keep my stress levels down. So that's pretty much it on this grocery haul. And one last thing I'll do is I will say, if you are new to my channel and you have food allergies and you were just kind of starting out on that journey, I wrote an entire book for you. It's called #Allergic to Everything for food allergy collectors and the people who love them. So this book, just to give you a quick spiel, because I was super bummed out in my cookbook video. If you want to see me looking really depressed, please, I'll link it up here. Anyway, this book is 3 parts, and let me show you quickly the table of contents just to give you an idea of what's in it. Let me move my little cup here. Part 1 is all about lifestyle and how to build a life around food allergies, because it is hard. And this looks small, but that part of the book is the most important part. This is part 1. Okay, so that's like what, 48 pages plus a foreword, so it's a lot of information. Part 2 is going to be the actual cookbook and all sorts of recipes. And I will tell you, when I was writing this, that I was really focused on eating the foods that I loved and missed and couldn't have anymore, and was jealous when other people ate, like pizza, which is why there's a whole section on it. Life recipes. So I also learned that all this crap that's in your food, such as corn, is also in your beauty products, blah, blah, blah. So all of that is here. I have a California gnat trap, things like that. Down here, my appendix, and then the references and the recipes. And I'll just give you a quick little, I'm not particularly choosing any pages here, but I go into my story in detail. I'll also share with you sort of how I plotted out my allergens throughout my life when I was looking at my history. This is my Food Allergy Collector business card. Some kind lady recommended I didn't get a tattoo like I wanted to. I was gonna try to show you where my food allergy testing is, but it's probably back here. Oh, yes. Okay. When you write a book, guys, you write it in all these different pieces, especially if it's a book like this, so you kind of forget where things are stored. This is what I wanted to show you. So I have all of my allergen tests and the results. You can see that this journey started for me about 10 years ago, so it's been a while coming. This book took 7 years to write. These are my blood tests. I go into an elimination diet, and the last thing I'll show you is that I include a photocopyable symptom tracker. Okay, this is an amazing tool. It is how I navigated this, truly, truly. I mean, the elimination diet helps, but having an actual guide where you write your symptoms down gets you not only super honest with yourself and super honest with every mistake you make, but it really helps you tie symptoms into food, because different foods give me, for example, different breakouts, okay? Gluten makes me very tired, and it gives me hives underneath my butt and behind my knees. So I'll be honest, if I'm gonna cheat, I'll probably cheat with gluten, because it doesn't show up visibly on me necessarily. It just kind of affects my overall well-being. Now, I don't encourage cheating, but I have so many food allergies that it's very hard to feel like you're living a vibrant, full life without ever consuming any of these foods. So, but I try more and more. I try and try and try. So maybe one day I'll get there, who knows. Now, corn, I pretty much avoid at all costs. I'm terrified of it. I hate cornstarch. I've ended up in the hospital from being near a goo making station. I have, if I eat corn, I will get rashes all over my entire face, which maybe I'm vain, but when it comes to how it affects my face and what people see, that's where I kind of draw the line, and it's much easier for me to just completely avoid that food. Also, things like dairy, I'm starting to learn, tend to cause my skin to break out, which I'm not a big fan of. I've gone through Accutane 2 times in my life. Don't want to do it again, because I tend to get cystic acne, which I think is also related to hormones, but who knows. So anyway, I'm gonna try this Ayurvedic thing, because I have literally been healing my body through food since I started this journey in 2010. And that has worked, but my digestion is still not functioning optimally. And so I'm looking to explore another route. And I feel like eventually this is gonna turn into another kind of book that's more focused on health and you know, healing inflammation using food rather than by excluding food, if that makes sense. So anyway, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any tips on Ayurveda, please leave them in the comments below. I will link this book for you guys down in the comments section, and I post videos every week, so I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye. One other quick thing I wanted to add in is that I am, for my viewer who asked to see me shop, I am thinking about how to pull that off and make that work. So hopefully that video will be coming soon. You know what? I don't like it. I don't like it. You're being unscrewed off of my mount right now. I just don't like the view. Okay. Let me actually put you